Final exam season. I have my finals, I believe, next week and the week after next. This week is more so the last midterms, which is weird because like it's you have the last midterms, then right after you have the finals, so it's like a little room of content in between. And different professors cover it differently. Some are like cumulative, whereas like all the stuff you cover is gonna be covered equally. Others are it's like okay, the last portion of stuff we covered will be covered more heavily. So it's different, but exam season nonetheless. To be honest, exam season has never been fun. I think the only time it was fun was when I was studying for my IB exams. And the only reason it was fun was because that was like the first time I used a whiteboard for studying. I didn't score that well, but I still got my IB diploma, thank the Lord. But exam season nonetheless. And I think what I want to do today is really just talk about all the cool stuff I'm going to do after exams because that gets me excited to study for my exams. It's not like a productive thing, but I just want to watch some Ghibli movies. It's like I've only watched two, and finished them. That was the Boy and the Heron, and it's like the where the girl goes into the so other world with the witch. I think she's in a bunch of different movies. I'm forgetting the movie name, but I want to watch more Ghibli movies. I think that'll be something that'll be really cool. Also, just more animes, anime movies in general. I have a couple on my list, so I want to do that. Besides watching the movies, there's not like many good shows that are out recently. Like there was a samurai show I was excited about, but the plot seems pretty basic, so I don't think I'm going to spend my time on it. Um, After movies, though, I want to continue building cool stuff. I know that's like a weird order to have them movies then building cool stuff, but I think it's been some time. Movies allow me to get more inspired to build cool stuff. I think, but I want to apply the same hackathon strategy I've been doing for a minute, where it's like okay, I just do like mini hackathons to build mini projects, and I have my main project I'm still working on. So right now that's still Crowdflow. I think it's really nice because Crowdflow is shaping to be more cool in the sense that so I'm trying to see how I can relate it to more use it as an avenue to get more into spatial intelligence and world models and all of that. Even though I don't think the connection is as tight as I would hope, so it's not gonna be something where I'm going to like pigeonhole. I'm gonna like pigeonhole it into something it doesn't need to be in. But it's still cool nonetheless. So going to the mini hackathons, work on Crowdflow. I'm going to Nigeria, so that's also a fun time. I pray I get there safely with my brothers and family. Um, but yeah, excited about that. Gonna be there. Hope it's not as hot as last time, but nonetheless, Nigeria's really fun. The food is always oh my days. The food is awesome. I feel like that's the thing I'm most excited for. Like things have been don't get me wrong. The food was awesome. I feel like in Nigeria, it's just back to back banger food. Like yeah, I don't know. It's like you have like some days if you just want rice, then it's like you have rice. If you want shawarma, you have shawarma. If you want fish, you have fish. If you want small chops, you have small chops. If you want what else is there? Suya. Like I feel like the if we're talking about like top tier food, like if we're talking about like consistency in food performance, I feel like Nigeria, in my experience, has just not been beaten, right? Like I will say like America has more, I guess, food. Like you have Asian food and all that, but I also feel like Nigeria also has that. And in my opinion, in my humble opinion, America right now is really slacking in terms of food quality. I don't know what they're doing at the companies, but I think they're trying to cut too many corners and everything. Like you can clearly see the corners were cut every time you go to a restaurant nowadays. Whether it's like whether it's like a big franchise, a small one, it really sucks. So I think I'm really excited to go to Nigeria, actually like, eat really nice food. Um, so that's exciting as well. So you have movies, you have mini hackathons, you have big project, and you have food, right? And family. Family is also awesome. I think something else I'm also really excited for is just going more into research. I think when I have more free time, I get to do more cool stuff. I feel less guilty. Like don't get me wrong, when I'm studying in quotations because I'm really bad at doing study sessions. When I'm studying, I get to like I have these random bursts of like, oh, let me go do this, let me look into this, and that's awesome. I really feel guilty about doing that because that's like taking up time from doing something else. Like right now, I have a physics quiz tomorrow, and that's what I'm meant to be studying for. But I also need to get this video. So like when I do this, and like I'm talking too much in my head, like a part of me feels really bad because I'm like, dang, I'm wasting my time now. So if I mess up on that quiz, a part of me is gonna be thinking about right now when I was wasting time. And that just sucks in general. But nonetheless, when I'm on Christmas break, I have more time to do cool stuff. And I feel less guilty, but I also feel like it's one of those things where you see a bunch of food and become less hungry. Um, I'm really hoping I can find a way to overcome that, where it's like I see a bunch of time available to myself, and I become more inspired to do more stuff. I don't know, because like when I have less time, I feel more engaged to do a bunch of stuff, and like you do them like actively and like get like results. Versus when I have a lot of time, when I have a lot of time, I just feel less engaged. Like I just don't feel like doing anything. Like I spend like a whole 3 hours just on the couch, look at the TV, what's to watch or whatever. Um, so hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully that's not the case. I really hope I can go on more research sprints. I also want to touch up on the research tick, like what it was Rick Rock. Yeah, Rick Rock. I think that's something I've been really want to touch on for a while now. I think with Rick Rock, just to give a quick debrief on that, it was what I made for the Anthropic XUMD hackathon where I got first place on the board. They are so with me as well, so that's also really cool. But it's basically just like ArcSkiv, where you publish a lot of cool research papers, like AI research papers predominantly are the ones I look at. You basically have that, but it's like a Tinder, so you can scroll through a bunch of research papers and get quick summaries to know what you actually want to look into. My thing is that I want to be more of an app I use, because that's something I generally do like the concept. But what I also want to add to it is that once you give a thumbs up on a research paper you like by like swiping right, it then takes it to something like Notebook LM, where you can get like a mini podcast. Because what I really like to do is just listen to, like, I really like consuming knowledge through listening or watching, mainly watching, but I know listening is the best way to do when it comes to like audio. AI is the best way to go about it. So maybe like sending off to Notebook LM. I don't think they have an API. Cause sometimes waiting for a long time. Like I know there's other ones out there. I just feel like Notebook LM. I'm actually going to check that right now while I'm here wasting time when I should be studying for a physics course. API for progress. But I would really love to touch up on that, 'cause I think it's something that'll be really cool. Um, yeah, it's not. There's none out, so I'll probably have to find another podcast API thing. But I think it'll be a really cool idea. I don't think it'll be too complex to implement, especially if I have more time. I'm not just working on the 24 hours. So that'll be a really cool way to just have more stuff in my, like, when I feel bored, I can just look, oh, I have these research papers I want to check out. Oh, boom, there's like short podcasts I can listen to of, and I can just be doing that again and again and again. Um, yeah, also there's the internship search. Oh, gosh, I can't speak. There's the internship search as well. I imagine during December, not a lot of people are gonna be active. I know a lot of internships. Like I know, like the internship season is wrapping up. Even they have some companies, like some big companies, still releasing some internships. I know Netflix released their data engineering one yesterday, but I think over the Christmas break, I'll just be reaching out to like more, I guess, startups and see how that goes. Um, I am embarrassed to say I did get the free trial for like the Twitter thing, so I have the blue check mark. I do feel like it's pay to win, because like after I got the blue check mark, I got more followers, I got more engagement. I was like, oh, you can actually promote your post. I feel like that's, I don't say it's gross, but it does feel gross in a sense. Because like, oh, okay, I thought all of these popular posts I was seeing was just like a genuine thing where people are excited. I could go into a whole spiel about how I don't like the whole climbing the ladder approach with social media platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn, because I think it actually ruins it. Like, I think a lot of people, regardless of skill level, have a lot of value to offer into conversations. But all the time, it just feels like, oh, you just like, it feels like if this person cannot give me a better job, right, in the next 2 years, then there's no reason to really interact with it. I don't like say it from a an angle of spite, but I do think that I wish it was a much more interactive environment. Even with LinkedIn, I feel like LinkedIn, the post I get the most engagement with is when I announce I have this new position, or I got this award, I did this thing, and that's cool enough. Like, in my opinion, that's just cool for me, right? It's like, oh, dang, I did this. I just want to show you guys what I'm up to. But I feel like for anyone else, it's like, okay, he got this award. Maybe you get some motivation out of it, but like you don't get a lot of value in like the knowledge. 'Cause I didn't tell you how I got the award. Maybe I did, but I know you're not reading the whole post, right? If I'm being honest, you probably see the picture, you see the title, like, oh, dang, that was up to cool stuff. So I do wish it was more. I wish it was more value based in the sense of like knowledge, where it's like, okay, dang, this person has a really cool idea, or this person has a really interesting perspective. I have a different perspective. I would love to engage in that and say, okay, I think this, and here's why I think this. So this is actually wrong from these sources I'm using, and blah blah blah. and go on, and that feels much more like you get much more value than just like being like climbing ladders and stuff like that. Because that's with LinkedIn, at least I can confidently say that's how it feels like with LinkedIn. It's like, okay, I'm really just posting this so but like future employers see like, oh dang, this dude is like, he does cool stuff, and which I don't like. I want to post like stuff that are really interesting. Like I remember yesterday I was talking about the whole theme with the next social media platform is gonna be very native, and then that one didn't get much engagement because it's just like, it's not me posting an announcement. If I say I'm working for a startup, maybe it'll like get more post like engagement. So that's a whole other spiel. I think that actually derailed the point of this video. But the point is, I'm excited for post exam, and nonetheless, I'm excited for the exams, even though the exam is very different. It's more so I'm excited to ace them, and do my best because I really have to ace these exams. It's not even a matter of like how I feel about it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So besides that, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.